these dudes just tooling along at 79 mile an hour, hit the bridge girder and sent the engine flying through the air, and it landed engine first, in the mud, and was stuck like head first in the mud.
Yeah, like who's ever on is drowning.
Right. Well, they were gone. If they didn't die from hitting the bridge girder, they were impaled to death by the flood of mud coming in the cab there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the slang term "mud rocket" came out of that. Or I've heard "mud missile." That's kind of stupid.
Mud missile sounds like something else.
Check this out. I know it does.
Yo, I was backdoor riding, pulled that thing out. Next thing I know, I had a mud missile. You should have seen this thing, man. It was covered in swamp dirt. Good old Southern Blackwater.
Yes, it looks like it ran through the tunnels a couple of times. Yeah, Tunnel 1. Yeah.
No, not Tunnel 1, Tunnel 2.
Tunnel 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Duh. Oh God, that was good. Anyways,
some kid watching this podcast is gonna be like, "What are they talking about, Dad?
Dad, tell me about Timmy and Evan are talking about mud missiles and tunnels. What's up?
What are you watching, son?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good show.
Oh yeah, it is.
Come on, sit down over here. We're gonna watch this thing.
Yeah.
The other side of it is that press photo they did with all 5 of them. That's a really cool press photo.
Those were painted in Barstow, I think.
That's where the press photo is, right?
Yeah, it was back when I thought it was Barstow or San Bernardino. I mean,
no, they were Barstow shops because doesn't a lot of the Jeep 60s and the Jeep 50 Phase 1s had Barstow stenciled on the side down low? Like they got maintenance there or something. If you know, go ahead and comment and let us know. Let's get into this. 1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody? My name's Timmy D.
This is Engineer Evan.
And you are watching another episode of the Railroads Rock Show. Let's highball!
Yes, this might be the cleanest this table's ever been. Ever.
I know. Do you know that? Notice that? It's like there's nothing on the table.
There might be nothing on the table, but there's definitely dirt.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, beggars can't be choosers and winners can't be losers. So let's win. So anyways, today we're doing another episode of Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme. Cue music. Oh, I'm a Yankee Doodle
Red, white, and blue.
Scheme. A Yankee Doodle engine too. The railroads celebrate 200 years by painting me red, white, and blue. I'm just a Yankee Doodle engine, painted Yankee Doodle style. Do you like me, yes or no? Dressed for this occasion. Now let's play Yankee Doodle style. Laughing at myself recording it. Like listening to my voice. This is hilarious.
When you get Mac Attack film, like the song recording.
Mac Attack!
Fuck yeah. When you get that, it's going to be great.
All right. You say Mac Attack. You ready?
Yeah.
Pulling up Donner.
Mac Attack.
You're going down the hill.
Mac Attack.
Hanging out in Pensy.
Mac Attack.
On the big horseshoe.
Mac Attack.
Mac Attack.
Mac Attack.
Mac Attack. Fuck yeah. There we go. We don't even need to. I don't even. There it is. All right. So let's get into these paint schemes. And Whizzle Wazzle Woozle, our first one, we left off with Seaboard Coastline, so now we are going to go into this beautiful... Actually, no, we didn't leave off with Seaboard. We did this one, too, the Bicentennial. All right, let's first forward.
The Yankeetown Dock Corporation.
That almost sounds like some sort of bagel place. Like, welcome to Yankeetown Dock Corporation Bagels.
Yeah.
What do you want? We do dozens here, but we throw in a 13th one because it's a baker's dozen. Things around here just don't make sense. Why do they call it a baker's dozen? Because there's 13 of them. Then it wouldn't be a dozen, wouldn't?
No.
Would it?
No, it would not.
Yeah, that's why we call it a baker's dozen. Are we just going to go around in circles all day? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
All right. All right. So we left off with America's Bicentennial Yankeetown Dock Corporation, and our first one is Jeremiah O'Brien, Spirit of 1776.
I like this one a lot. I'm going to give it an 8.5. We're going halfsies this time.
8.5.
Yeah, I think the silver trucks and the Spirit of 76 is really meaningfully done, including the red, white, and blue. What do you call those on the front?
It's not there's they used to do that on the front of the ships when my dad would come home from deployment. They would do that with a big lay on the front of the ship.
Right. So it's the Jeremiah O'Brien, and that's a big military ship, isn't it? The one in the Bay Area, right?
I know my ship's pretty damn well, and I don't recognize it.
Jeremiah O'Brien's on the Bay. I know it is. I've actually been on it. It's pretty cool. The World War II ship, I think.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Me and the Navy ships I absolutely love. I could tell you, what is that, a Spruance class? Is that a Ticonderoga class? Quick, what is a Ticonderoga class? Do you know?
I don't.
Any Navy folks out there? That is a CG. That is a cruiser. The last of our cruisers. It's Ticonderoga class. And do you know there was only 2? Never mind. I'm not even going to get into it. I give this one an 8.2. Right behind you, man. I love it. Except,
should have a brass bell.
Thank you. That bell should be painted brass.
Just like the Liberty Bell with the crack in it.
Yeah, exactly. But I love Bangor and Arrowstick. They always had red, white, and blue stuff. Like even the Bangor and Arrowstick's boxcars.
The state of Maine.
Yeah, I love it. So there it is, 8.2 for me, 8.5 for Evian. And let's keep moving. Woo! I love it. Yeah, not a lot to say about the paint scheme. It definitely looks like it's from the era it's from.
I like the black fuel tank though. That's good. Good addition.
Jam. Oh, no.
Yes.
See what I was talking about though, about like paint schemes that you're like, why are you giving it such a low paint or low number? This is one of those ones that it just looks good.
This is gonna be a 9 for me. I like this. I like Milwaukee Road did a good job with this engine. I like the curve.
Yeah, the swoop.
Yep.
The swoop on the paint job. Especially, a lot of people don't realize that back in the day to accomplish some of these paint schemes, it was just bricks and mortar. Hang on, let me back up. It was just bricks and mortar, paint bucket, masking tape, and put your thumb out, try and level it and be like, all right, that's where we put the stripe. And, I mean, they were very mechanical about it. The paint shops did a great job, but I love the color blue that they used on this. Whatever color that is, I love it.
All right. Well, what doesn't this engine have that every engine we've seen so far has?
We've seen an eagle of some sort. We've seen a placard. We've seen an American flag? No.
No.
What am I missing?
Stars.
Oh.
I kind of like it that it doesn't have stars. They're trying to not make it overly American. I mean, it is an American paint scheme, and I like that. But it's not like, we'll make it better than the other guys. Like, no. Red, white, and blue. It's a very Milwaukee Road looking locomotive, right?
I feel like that's the indie hipster American paint scheme. We're going to do this paint scheme, but we're not going to be overly American.
Right. Yeah.
We're going to be hip.
We're not going to number it 1776 or anything.
Which is kind of intriguing that it isn't 1776.
Right. Just the random engine number 156 was just in the shop. Right? Yeah, let's just do it this.
Spencer loves Milwaukee Road.
I did that.
Did you know that?
I did. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
So
him and I chopped it up for a while, and I was like, bro, I'm right there with you.
Spencer likes Milwaukee Road like I like Conrail. So when we have these conversations, and people are like, well, why do you like Conrail? You're like from Southern California. You're at La Mesa. It's like, no. There's something about that railroad that really stands out and resonates. And I can see Milwaukee Road is a fascinating railroad.
It is. Like, you always bring it up, and for good measure, though. It's not like, oh, here goes Evan again about Milwaukee Road. Well, no, that's a rad railroad.
There's the diesel division, and then there's the electric division. And,
yep.
and they could be two separate railroads, but they're together. And it's fascinating.
Well, I'm going to give this one a 9.1. I'm right there with you, buddy. So let's move along. Milwaukee Road paint scheme gets a 9.1. I feel like all the ones in this succession are going to score high.
Of course.
It's just, I don't know now. I take my words back.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I've never been a fan of the bell, like the grade crossing bell in the nose.
Oh, yeah.
You can't take an engine seriously. Ding, ding, ding. You're like, wait, where's the grade crossing? Oh, wait, it's the engine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give this one a 5. Yeah, it's not my favorite.
I was even going to go lower. But the reason I'm going lower is because it doesn't really evoke kind of that patriotic celebration of emotion. It's like we just did something that's red, white, and blue, and we're saying we're celebrating. Like, yeah, we made it number 1776, but you're looking at it. Now, the cool factor of it is kind of like it's almost got this like they're trying to make this kind of the angular looks to be like it's moving down the railroad, but it doesn't hit. It doesn't.
The other DTI engines and paint schemes are very mediocre.
Yeah,
and this is kind of along the same lines.
Right there with it. I'm giving this one a 4. No. Yes.
This looks like a Utah Transit Authority locomotive.
Yeah,
same
right?
color,
Yeah.
same color, blue and red and white.
I think 4.1 for me. 4.1 for me. What did you say again?
I said a 5. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
5 for Evan, 4.1
Yeah.
for me. Let's
I'm
keep moving.
Probably giving this too
No,
much
you're
credit.
you're doing great, man. It's off the cuff scoring. You know? Here we go. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
You remember this one, remember? When we tried that initial
do, yeah.
the initial Yankee
I don't know
Doodle.
how I feel about this. Actually, I'll start with a 6, okay? I think that the paint scheme on
No. Is it a 6?
It's a 6.
Okay.
I think paint scheme on any F unit is cool. This just feels very Southern Pacific to me.
I mean, it's got that giant snowplow in the
big
front.
red nose, exactly. The big red nose, like this just feels like an SP engine.
I feel
It
like
kinda looks like
Alaska.
the SP one.
Yeah, Alaska Railroad is notorious for ripping off other paint schemes. Like even their SD70 Max. Have you ever looked at them? It looks like a blue and yellow BNSF executive scheme.
And I want to say the 1510 that actually ran on Adirondack Scenic. When the Adirondack Scenic started, they had 2 engines. I think it was the 1502 and the 1510. I could be wrong, but
If you know, comment, and if not,
they
don't
were-
comment.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, actually, that'd be funny if you commented, "No, you're totally wrong," and then we look up your comment, and you're like, "Frickin' Bush
I'm
League."
going to look up after this.
Okay. Well, jeez, man. I mean, I like pinstripes on things, but that pinstripe looks. I don't. What were they trying to do with that? We'll
just
put a
don't-
pinstripe to frame the
Right.
engine.
The 2 stars randomly up on the side doesn't make sense to me.
We'll load it up with a bunch of stars. I got it.
It's like they got to here and they're like, oh, we ran out of stars.
Yeah. Man, what are we going to do? We'll put the stars down lower. No, got to go higher. Yeah, that's like this one, man, this is maybe punching. Maybe I'm punching a little low on this, but I'm saying 4.8. It's just, and I love F units too, man. Okay. You know what I mean? I love F units. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I really don't. Is that gray or silver on the bottom, by the way?
I think that's silver.
I think just the way that the development of the
Yeah.
photo, it's got this yellowish tint, so I can't tell.
Yes. Look at the winterization
Is that a 5 and a
match.
2 or a 2 and a 7? All right, here we go. Next one.
Okay.
Conrail.
Yes. I'm going to give this one my first 10 because I think this is really well done. Everything's meaningfully placed, and the engine they decided to pick is pretty random. All things aside, this is a pretty old locomotive by this time period.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, GG1s are from the 30s, I think.
Yeah, something in that
This
pocket.
is 1976, but it works really well. I think I like the stars, like the retro Conrail. I mean, this is right after Conrail's formation too. So
This is the only reason. What do you give it? A 10?
I'm going to give it a 10. That's partially biased.
No,
'cause I
that's
like
okay,
Conrail,
man. You're a
but
Conrail man.
But if you think about everything we've looked at so far, they've meaningfully incorporated a lot of things in this.
You know what's intriguing about this unit is it's all blue and red with white, like speckles of white. It's
Right.
like mostly blue and red, as opposed to the red and white are the stripes, and then the blue is more dominant, or the white is more dominant. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
This one's just all blue and red, and we'll add some white in there. The only thing that puts this in the above 7s for me, I'm going to give this one an 8.7 because it is an older unit, very unique. Still looks like a toy to me.
It does.
But this unit itself always looked like a toy to me. Like I can only imagine what it looked and felt and sounded like rolling by. Which, by the way, look at the far side 4800. What is that? Are those heat vents or are those windows? What is that?
Where?
On the other side, the other hood.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
What is that?
GG1s are a fascinating locomotive, like Little Joe's of the Milwaukee Road.
Yeah.
Very interesting electric locomotive.
Little Joe's. What you said those were supposed to be Russian units, and then they didn't ship them over.
They were Soviet. They were built for the Soviet
Russian,
railroads.
Soviet.
and then it ended up that I don't remember specifically. They weren't allowed to sell them to them, but they ended up in Milwaukee Road.
They would technically be a Russian locomotive because then the Soviet Union took over,
Right.
or the Soviet, or whatever whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
History mystery. All right, last one. This is the last one, right? We just did 4.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Here comes the last one. if it wants to.
Oh,
jeez.
20 seconds. All right.
Nah, we're good. Oh, teaser. Ooh, look at that. There's another
paint
picture
scheme.
of it, though.
That's so cool, man. That is so cool.
I'm going to post that picture. Look at
You
the
should.
M-Track unit
You
behind
should.
it.
I can't remember what the heck they called those things either.
All right, here's the last one in the old skadoodle. So, this remote's driving me nuts. All right, there it is.
All right.
You say it.
I can hear John Mariscalco in my ear. This is not worth. It's just like that other CNW paint scheme. I'm going to give this one a 3. It's a very basic paint scheme.
See, I actually like this paint scheme. I like it because I had never seen it before that Scale Trains promo that they did. They did some sort of. This is an SD39, I think, right? No, SD38.
No, it's an SD38. Yeah.
SD38. 38 and 39, it's hard to tell the difference because even if you count the fans, it's the placement of the fans on those. So it's like, okay, it's got 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Even if it didn't have dynamic brakes, the way they place the fans in the back determines kind of what it was. And even then, they had upgrades and downgrades and blah. So, yeah, SD38. Wording on the air tank, that's pretty neat. The blue and red stars, though, that brings it down for me. But I just like, I don't know. It looked like a really cool paint scheme. But now that I'm looking at it a second time, I don't know.
It just looks like if it gets dirty, it looks really bad.
I feel like the more I look at this, the more it keeps losing points. Like, yes. I was like, wait, it's going to be it's going to be oh, man. This sits at like a 5.7 for me. Yeah. What did you say?
I think I said a 3. Yeah.
Like a solid 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't like the snow. No.
Okay.
Because the engine gets dirty, it changes the aesthetics to me.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. He gave it a 3, and I give it a 5.8, and that's going to wrap us up for this episode of Yankee Doodle Paint Scheme. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Railroads Rock Show. Check us out on Instagrams at
Michigan Subdivision.
I'm over at Railroads and Rock and Roll. Also, we do have a Railroads Rock Show TikTok page that I just post a bunch of random stuff on from the show, but also the Mahalo Bay, which is behind me. I don't know if you can see it running. I think it's running.
Yeah.
And other than that, buy our stuff. Merch, T-shirts, merch.
Yes. Yes.
And never forget that your most important signal.
It's going to be your next one.
We'll see you next time.